Life is a comedy for those who think and a tragedy for those who feel. Show me a hero and I will write you a tragedy. Never confuse a single defeat with a final defeat. Men get to be a mixture of the charming mannerisms of the woman they have known. Unloved women have no biographies, they have histories. A lot of young girls together is a romantic sacred thing, like the first sight of wood ducks at dawn. Don't say why, I'm your mistress. Why such an ugly word? Your permanent mistress is so much more tangible and desirable. I won't kiss you. It might get to be a habit, and I can't get rid of habits. They slip briskly into an intimacy from which they never recovered. Mother says that two souls are sometimes created together and in love before they are born. The cleverly expressed are positive and generally accepted ideas worth a fortune to somebody. A great social success is a pretty girl who plays her cards as carefully as if she were playing. It is sadder to find the past again and find it inadequate to the present than it is to have it elude you and remain forever a harmonious conception of memory. Personality is an unbroken series of successful gestures. After all, life hasn't much to offer except you, and I suppose for older people, the lower view than others. The loneliest moment in someone's life is when they are watching their whole world fall apart, and all they can do is stare blankly. There are all kinds of love in this world, but never the same love twice. All good reading is swimming underwater and holding your breath. A woman should be able to kiss a man beautifully and romantically without any desire to be either his wife or his mistress. Genius is the ability to put into effect what is on your mind. I like large parties. They are so intimate. At small parties there isn't any privacy. Some men have a necessity to be mean, as if they were exercising a faculty which they had to partially neglect since early childhood. First you take a drink, then the drink takes a drink, then the drink takes you. The test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposed ideas in mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function. Before you criticize others, remember, they may not have had the same opportunities in life as you have had. Too much of anything is bad, but too much champagne is just right. It occurred to me that there was no difference between man in intelligence or race so profound as the difference between the sick and the well. It is in the 30s that we want friends. In the 40s we know they won't save us any more than love did. Guinness goes around the world in its youth incessantly apologizing for having large feet. What wonder that later in life it should be inclined to raise those feet too swiftly to fools and bores. The kiss originated when the first male reptile licked the first female reptile, implying in a subtle way that she was as succulent as the small reptile he had for dinner the night before. The face of most American women over 30 are relief maps of petulant and bewildered unhappiness. Great art is the contempt of a great man for small art. The compensation of a very early success is a conviction that life is a romantic matter. In the best sense, one stays young. Often people display a curious respect for a man drunk, rather like the respect of simple race for the insane. There is something awe-inspiring in one who has lost all inhibitions. Speech is an arrangement of notes that will never be played again. No grand idea was ever born in a conference, but a lot of foolish ideas have died there. I'm a romantic, a sentimental person thinks things will last. A romantic person hopes against hope that they won't. The loneliest moment in someone's life is when they are watching their whole world fall apart, and all they can do is stare blankly. To be kin is more important than to be right many times. What people need is not a brilliant man that speaks, but a special heart that listens. And in the end, we were all just humans, drunk on the idea that love, only love, could heal all brokenness. Happiness is the relief after extreme tension.